Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's edition of Beyond the Ordinary Show. And y'all, we are going to go almost straight into Q&A because you have the opportunity to be here with Debbie Johnson, who is an amazing psychic medium. The angels guide her, your loved ones come in, a lot of information comes through, but she's just second to none. Um, and if you're new to Debbie, she's a psychic medium who's been working with the angelic realm and with clients all over the world for over 18 years. She's someone that I consider a dear friend and someone that I trust to tune in for me and read what's in the field and not just provide guidance, but there's an essence in the way that she delivers that inspires, that provides hope, that's really uplifting. Um, and it's all just so beautifully received when it comes from that vantage point. So it's gonna be an amazing call today. We're getting into angels, energy. We're going to talk about angelic healing and clearing from the archangel realm. Uh, Debbie says she's been talking a lot about dreamings, maybe dream interpretation, dream states, what's coming through, and also a period of newness that we have the potential of stepping into. And I think many of us are, but to make sense of it and to really cross that threshold with an awareness that we're capable of bringing in that newness, to redefining, to uplift what's possible in our lives is extraordinary. So again, it's going to be an amazing call. We're going to take a lot of Q&A. If you want to ask Debbie your personal question, raise your hands, and we'll get started with that. Debbie, welcome back to BTO.
Oh, hi, John. Hi, everybody. I'm so looking forward to tonight, and thank you all for being here.
Debbie, starting on you again, we've been speaking on BTO for a year. It's like new energies are coming in. We don't know how new it's going to be. I can't even tell you what's necessarily coming up other than the need to be present. But what that's also done, it's played a little havoc on our nervous system because we want to know where we're going. We have aspirations for something else. And sometimes if things aren't moving fast enough, or like me, I've had to cocoon for a few months and felt like I was going numb for a little bit. Um, what is it that you've come across that your guides and the angels are saying about our capacity to truly move forward in new ways?
The, the most exciting thing I could say about that is it's never too late to start over.
Mm,
It's never too late. Nothing's ever too messed up or, gone wrong to start over. We get a do-over. We
mm.
can make it happen now. We can make it happen tomorrow, but it's never too late.
But we say it's never too late, but sometimes it feels like it's just not hitting. Like we're trying different things or we really want different outcomes, but we're not quite sure how to move forward. It's like, all right, this is my lot in life. This is all that's available. And all right, what do I do with what I have now?
I get it. And sometimes that thought there will sabotage the new beginning you start off with in the morning.
There you
You'll
go.
start off, okay, I'm doing it. And by 12 noon, you're like, okay, I can't do
Mm.
it. So how do we keep going?
Yeah.
What I feel we do when we sabotage is we leave our body. So if you can have angels bring you back in your body, just ask them, bring me in my body and help me reset that whatever's causing me to sabotage. Because
Mm.
usually it's something from the past. It's a past failure. It's not, you're not in the present if you're thinking things are going to fail.
Something that you taught us on a previous show is you call people back into this time as well. So, it's July 2025. I don't even know what date it is. What does it say? The 10th? The 9th. It's July 9th,
Like, yeah,
2025 at, 2:06 p.m. in Hawaii. It's like bring me back to into my body now or bring me back into this time space here.
absolutely. That could reset a self-sabotage. If you're in the present, you're not afraid and you're not thinking about a past trauma. But if you
Mm.
get caught in that come back in the body.
Coming right back in. Something that's been coming up a lot also is an awareness again. I've been personally going through this metamorphosis and like different opportunities presenting. I can feel them, but also a lack of resonance with things that used to be in the past that just they're not alive anymore. It's like their cycle's over and it's okay. They're like letting go organically. And so there's a weaving in between that. But what I also feel is it's almost like I'm jumping a timeline into a new potentiality. And I think a lot of people may be in a space where it's like, okay, I've been sitting here in the middle for a while. I'm not sure what happens. And then it's like something's bumping and it's
Hmm.
like we're in a whole different experience. Can you share more about what might be coming in around that as well?
I love that. I love that. And that is exactly part of why we can do over right now. There's an extra push, there's an extra energy to be a higher and highest potential ever.
And so for me, when we're in the potential of that potential, for moving forward, it's for me, it's starting to illuminate what am I really devoted to? And devotion's a big word for me. Because I can say I'm committed to it. I can say that's what I want. That's what I wish for. This would feel nice. But then what is it that I'm really putting myself in? What is it that is so absolute in me that I'm willing to devote my energy, my time, my dedication to put in the relationship or the effort into the relationship I wish to experience, whether that's with another person, a career, a dream that's coming through. It's still this two-way creation that I have to be consistent with and clear with.
Absolutely. No, and I think I heard one time someone say, "Well, what do you want?" And then underneath that, what do you really want?
Oh, nice.
So underneath what you think you want, what do you really want? And it's time to go there.
Wow. Do you find the first, what do you really want, tends to be like settling a little bit more? Like, I don't know if I can think that big or I don't dare, or is it just kind of an impulse that we're taught?
More logical, it's a little easier. The
Ah,
first thing.
okay. Nice.
More logic.
It's interesting because anytime that I've created anything, just well, I've created a lot of stupendous things in my life, but anything, something that was really, really meaningful. Some logic was involved in the application, but it was something else that inspired it, something that led. It was jumping off the cliff almost without a parachute, uh, and seeing where I was going to fall.
Yeah, a little illogical.
Taking those chances. It's not safe, but at the same time, it is. Um, so it's coming through. And then we also were going to talk about dreams, and we're getting into Q&A here in a second, y'all. So y'all be patient, as a lot of y'all have your hands raised already. Over the last few months also, and I was in Bali for a month, and I was having dream after dream after dream. Like it was almost nightly. It's the same theme of a dream in different scenarios that kept coming through. And my dream world was so alive and had so many messages. And you had mentioned before we got on the call that you were getting a lot of questions and information regarding dreams. So I'm wondering what's alive in your community and the sessions that you're having.
So to me, dream state, we get a lot of visits from loved ones. That's a window.
Mhm.
That time, midnight to 4 a.m. the veil's down. It's easier for loved ones to come visit. And it's a lot of times when we're sleeping. It's also time for the soul to do work.
Mhm.
So dream state can a lot of soul stuff could be happening. So dreams are very important to our soul work. I also know they help a lot with the next, thing that we have going on in our life. A lot of times we'll emotionally process something in the dream that we can't process maybe awake.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of healing, a lot of wisdom. I like to use Archangel Michael to protect my dreams, to get rid of the riffraff, like
Yeah.
stuff that doesn't make sense.
I really like that. In one of my dreams when I was in Bali, I had this figure that kept coming in and it was very imposing. I was like, I don't think so.
Mm,
I don't think you can come in. It's like, let me feel it. And it's when I woke up, I actually realized that it was a guide that was coming, a really strong, powerful guide. It's like, but I wasn't ready for him in the way that he was approaching me.
right.
And I got to sit with it and I got to sit in meditation and invite him back in. And actually, from that discernment, it was even more empowering than letting him in at the very beginning. But it's like sometimes in dreams, things will happen and we think it lands in a certain way, but there's so much that's unfolding in the days afterwards, even weeks afterwards. It's really a shamanic journey in a lot of ways.
That is exactly right.
Mm,
Dream is a journey.
mm.
It's a sleeping journey, but it's just like a shamanic journey. The symbolism's the same. That's great.
Would you have any suggestions for people who are, well, first of all, who are people who are dreaming a lot, how they can receive more clarity or even remember with a little more embodied awareness what they're integrating?
First thing I would do is start having Archangel Michael protect your dreams, at least for a week, and
Mm,
see what comes through then. I love to put amethyst. Here, I have a piece right here. I love this by the bed.
mm,
It's like a dream catcher. It gets rid of negative dreams, scary dreams, things like that. So is Archangel Michael. He's like a dream catcher too.
nice. I
But
have I have
yeah.
angel light at the foot of my bed,
Oh, that works too.
which is really good. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Angel light. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah. And Archangel Michael was saying what else? What was he sharing?
Well, he's just like a dream catcher. He'll get rid of whatever's not the highest wisdom. Protect my dreams. May only the highest wisdom come through.
Mm,
And I would say after a week of doing that, see what's repeating, see who's visiting you. Is it
mm.
someone alive? Is someone past? Pay attention to those visits.
Nice. Yeah, my parents were coming through really strongly also, which was quite
Oh,
beautiful. It's so wonderful. And then with the dream aspect also, how about people who aren't having dream recollection? And also as people say that they can't feel the spirit realm, that they can't attune to energies and they're frustrated because they want to receive some type of help or some type of guidance, but it just doesn't seem to land.
okay. That happens a lot.
Mm,
So, first of all, not everyone gets a loved one visit in dreams, and that is not always our fault. Sometimes the loved one, that's not the way they can come in. So
mm,
if you haven't gotten a visit from a loved one in your dream, it's not always something wrong with you. Sometimes that's not the way they can come through. They'll come through another way. So that's one thing. And the other thing is, I think we need to keep nourished our physical body. If you're not having dreams, you're probably missing some kind of nourishment. So are you taking care of your body? Are you eating, the right food, the right vitamins? Usually you won't dream if you're missing a lot of nutrients.
that's great. And y'all, we can give suggestions on things that you can run low on, but I always suggested get a blood panel to
Yeah.
find out and really get information. I can tell you almost everybody in our country is deficient in vitamin D, vitamin DK. Almost all of us can benefit from some form of magnesium to either help you sleep or to help your bones and density. Th those are easy ones that are pretty typical, but it's all very personal and specific. And then there's different ways to take those nutrients in to make sure that they're maximized. Because you're taking vitamin D all day, if you're not taking it with protein or something else, they don't assimilate. And so, again, get an education about that supplementation, get good advice, and you will find that it's it really works miracles on our consciousness and on our bodies and the vitality that we deserve to be living in. My PSA about health and blood panels. Um,
I
and
like the blood panel. I think that's a great way to be accurate, you know. Yeah.
there's a lot of people well-meaning, a lot of things that are out there. You need this, you need that, and it all sounds wonderful, but unless it's right for you, then it's not right.
Yeah.
And you're either spending money or maybe even jeopardizing something else that could be much more positive for you and not have you going on a slippery slope that you don't need to be on. Um, Debbie, I think we should get into Q&A. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
All right,
Ready
yeah.
you are.
We're stopping in. Is it Manon? Is that your name? L
It's
Manon. There you go.
Manon. It's Manon.
Manon. Manon,
Right.
welcome.
Thank you. I'm not sure what kind of questions to ask. If you don't mind, I'll stay off the video because I'm not feeling too good.
That's fine.
I've been dealing a lot with pain and I'm not really enjoying my life. So it's really a struggle to be living. I ask angels for help a lot, but anyway,
Manon, thanks for being here. Thank you for taking the energy to make the call.
Mm.
thank you.
Um, well, if you want, I picked up something on the pain, if you're interested.
Sure.
I saw grains. I saw grains might be causing extra inflammation. So I don't know what your grain intake is.
Gluten free. I
Other
do gluten.
grains, other grains.
Rice.
Right. Yeah.
Shouldn't
This,
eat rice.
well, I'm picking up a lot of inflammation is being caused by grain type or
Hmm.
carbohydrate. So it's just a clue. It's something that might help. I, s- I see sometimes the body react to things, and I saw your body was reacting to some kind of grain. So if you're gluten free, it must be one of the other ones.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I eat a lot of fruit. I love fruit, and sometimes I'm like, maybe that's too much sugar, but you gotta eat something.
All right, potato I think would resonate. Potato would be all right.
Okay.
But sweet potato, things like that. But
Okay.
uh, I pick up there might be some inflammation due to a grain. Um, I also I one other thing do you take olive oil or any type of olive oil like the internal?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Keep doing that. It's helping you. So there's some oil that you put in the body that's actually helping. It's the grain that's causing the inflammation, but the oils help.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. We eat pretty healthy. I mean, my husband sometimes cooks with coconut oil, but other than that, we eat pretty healthy, and
The
I don't
olive
eat
oil feels good.
olive oil. Okay.
It feels really good. Fish oil, olive oil, more than coconut.
Yes, do all that. Yeah.
That all feels really good. Uh, just to try it. Try a little bit less grain and see if you feel better.
Well, what about oats? Oh, oats is a grain.
Yeah, it is. Not sure which
Not
one it
do
is.
oats.
I'm not sure which one it is. They're just saying there's a grain,
Do
there's a
okay.
reaction. Yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
Thank
Well,
you.
blessings to you.
Yeah,
Hope,
Thank
take
you.
hope you
care.
find the root of it. Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of physical issues, also, and I won't call it a physical issue, but an awareness of, again, part of my roller coaster ride over the last few weeks. Um, I noticed that there was a correlation with how sleepy I was on certain days, while how I just needed to like cocoon in more and like lay on my couch and not do anything. But it corresponded with the Schumann resonance, with the spikes of energy on the earth and solar flares, and we are being influenced by the shifts that are happening on the earth, we're also being influenced by the by collective consciousness. It's not that we have to worry about it or do anything with it, but the awareness alone brings us also a sense of peace that we're in a rhythm and a flow of something, that we don't have to try to swim uphill all the time.
That's true, John. People are sensitive to the earth right now, big time.
Hmm. What do the angels, or the guides have to, what would they share to help us navigate uh, some of those things and allow us to rest into not feeling like we always have to take action because we're tired for 2 days?
So that's happening. I hear that across the board. People are more tired. Just that means we need the rest. So let yourself rest.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is, I've been hearing that a lot. And myself too. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a nervous system reset because we're so doing, so used to fixing. If it's broken, let's fix it. But then we're in the information age. So we're chat GPTing, we're Googling, we're doing all this. We think we're resting, but we're not. We're still always looking for the solution because we're resting 70% more than we're used to. The other 30% is still doing, and we're not really getting the rest that we need.
Yep.
So important to notice. All right, let's continue. Maureen, let's go to you. Welcome to the call. Hi, Maureen. We can't hear you. Your microphone's not working.
Try it without.
There you go. It's much better.
Oh, okay. Thank you for taking my call.
Mhm.
I don't know if you need something specific. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on, health wise, financial wise, like you name it, it's going on. So
Mhm.
I would appreciate any direction, insight, anything that you can, the angels might have to say.
Hi, Maureen.
Hi.
Hi. Well, I keep seeing the number 5. Like
Hmm.
almost like when you go to the movies and they count down. I just saw it right in front of you.
Hmm.
5 means change for the better.
Awesome.
It's an angel number. So if you've been seeing that, I just saw it in your energy. I also keep hearing the word mom while you're
Hmm.
talking. I heard mom, mom, like 3 times. So someone was saying it in heaven a
Hmm.
couple times. Someone's talking about mom.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Well, there's lots going on with my mom here that's still living. I don't know if.
There could be a lot of you feeling her. You
Hmm.
understand, like energies, her stuff.
Right. Yes, that makes sense.
That gave me chills. So angels release what's not mine. That's empath. If she's going through, I get a lot of chills on that. You're
Mhm.
feeling a lot of mom, her
Hmm.
stuff, keep clearing her energy so you can get through your day.
Yeah, because that's been quite the challenge. I thought that was kind of, well, not done with, but I've been going through some, just briefly going through some health stuff, and I had basically kind of removed myself from being around my mom because it's a lot of negative energy, and it got really heavy, and just things were not working. It wasn't serving me. So I made the terribly hard decision to basically not see her, not talk to her while I was trying to heal myself. But then things, shifted again, and I went to see her, and so now stuff has all got stirred up again, and I'm trying to. It's
I
probably.
want I want to bring us back to the beginning of the call because I think it's so important. And I we can be a little flippant with it, we can receive it, but I really want to anchor it in. We can completely start anew at
Mhm.
any time. Completely start anew. And I'm just saying that, and Debbie, I'd love if you guide with some more message. I think that's coming through for you. But Maureen, it's like you want to share what it is or drop into, you don't have to do it here on the call. What do you want?
peace. I want my peace back. I'm
Wonderful. You
working
want
very hard on getting
and
that.
and like Debbie said earlier, what's underneath that you want?
Ah. There's probably a lot under there.
Yeah, and go there. Go there. Create your world from knowing that place. Even look, you lit up even in that. It's like, oh, hold on a second. And again, we're not asking big enough. In other words, ask again because there's something underneath that really wants to be illuminated. Because we're clear about what we don't want. And I think that's the world we're
Mhm.
leaving behind. That's the patriarchy in different ways, if you will. That's not serving in that way. I can't continue to show up. All right, what am I showing up in? And for some of us, our health gets affected by it because it's like purging, detoxing the old, and but a hesitation or assimilating into the new energy is also an adjustment. So the pull of it is difficult. And I was sharing with Debbie earlier that I had to go in a period where I couldn't be around anybody. And I have some amazing people in my life. I was just like, I've got to be by myself. And it hurts to be around other people. I can show up for specific things like calls and, things like that. And then I needed my space. So we can start brand new starting today. Thank you, Debbie, for that.
Thank you.
What is
I
it
think
that you want that's underneath the thing that you want?
Yes.
And how are we creating from there? It's just wow.
and giving
I'm
yourself
listening.
permission to ask for that. That's the thing too, is giving yourself, allowing yourself to take that time away from people, and that's okay. Or asking that, asking for what you want.
And expect to get it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what a concept, asking for what you want instead of, always looking after everybody else or their needs or that sort of thing, right?
And since we have Debbie with us today, inspired by that, what if we ask the angels to take care of them while we can't?
Mm.
Because they have guides with them also. And what do we ask if they just put it in a helping hand anywhere where it's appropriate? So that you can take your break, so that your heart can be in ease, so that you can be in greater peace, knowing that they've got someone pretty badass that's helping them.
That is true.
Right? Is there anything else that's coming through for her, Debbie, that you want to share?
Well, there's one more piece that I was like, even though she's maybe away from her mom, you still may want to empathic clear yourself of her
Mhm.
stuff. Because sometimes, even like really sensitive empaths, creating space is great, but you still could empath it. And that could be some of your health stuff.
Mm.
Mm,
Yeah,
beautiful. Well,
great. Thank you.
you have a few things to work with, Maureen. Blessings to you
Just
and
a
your
few.
mom.
Just
Just
a
a
few.
few. Just a few. It's so much compassion, and I'll tell you, it's you're not the only one. And amazing, we're creating in you, which is wonderful. Which is wonderful. We're getting to create in you. All right, let's continue to our
Thank
next
you.
caller. Laura, welcome to the call.
Hi. Hi, John. Hi, Debbie.
Hi,
Hmm.
Laura.
Um, I am getting blocked from getting legal help, from getting any help, and I just wondered if you saw any insight or something that I can utilize to clear the blocks.
So as soon as you said I'm blocked getting legal help, I saw Archangel Michael's wings
Hmm.
in front of you. So he's protecting you, maybe from the wrong legal help.
Hmm.
So I would, you're being protected right now. So even if you haven't gotten help, you're protected, or you're being protected from the wrong help.
Hmm.
Do you see I'm going to be successful in this endeavor I've been working on for 5 years? Getting it.
Yes. I do. And there's something about this October, October 2025, that's significant to a result in this situation.
That's my trial date.
I have chills.
Wow.
You're
Wow.
very protected.
What's that?
You're very protected right now. So what you're thinking is maybe not working is protection.
Hmm. That reminds me, I've been sharing a mantra a lot lately, y'all, and I'll gift it to you if it resonates. And this is for me, it brings up a lot of joy because of course, and again, my interpretation, interpret it whichever way feels right for you. But if God's with me, nothing can be against me.
Mm.
God's with me, nothing can be against me. Not that God won't whip my butt into shape if I'm out of line, not in my integrity. But when I'm walking forward with that integrity, with that knowing, with that balance, nothing can be against me. And how wonderful, right? And maybe that will help some of y'all, as it is for me, bring in peace as well, and inspiration and hope and playfulness and excitement. Because if that's the case, my God, how amazing. Who else better to co-create with? Not even Steven Spielberg is better than that. Right? Anyway, blessings to you. And let's go to our next caller. Heather, welcome to the call.
Hello, Debbie. Hello, John. Thank you for having me and taking my call. Question I had for you was, literally my wings, meaning my shoulders, I'm gonna be needing surgery. I think, I know at least on my left and possibly on my right. I don't know what happened. It wasn't an accident, but just time and age. And, I've been thinking, I want to fly away from where I am. So right now what's keeping me where I am for terms of like my location is that. And I'm wondering, like, is this just like my healing resting period and then I'll be good to go? And then where am I going next? Because I'm very curious about that and I'm excited about it, but I don't know what it is.
Well, first of all, I keep hearing she's a healer, she's a healer, she's a healer. So whatever crisis you're in right now starts your healing journey as a healer. So, but I have to say this, I don't know, I see other ways besides surgery. So I don't know if you've looked into other stuff, but
Okay.
I just saw maybe check out some other ways.
Hmm.
Other solutions. That my gut is there might be another solution.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
How can anybody on the call today, what suggestions would you have them drop in to call in more support from our loved ones who have departed, from the angels, from guides?
Well, I would definitely ask them for help with ideas, like put ideas in my head, put, the right people in front of me, and
Hmm.
they'll show up quick. And you can even say, do it quick, angels.
Hmm. Ask and be in the practice of asking, and again, expect an answer back
Yep.
in different ways. Because a lot of us ask, and then sometimes we don't expect anything back because we're in our linear minds a little much sometimes. And so we even dismiss the answers that do come because we're not paying attention. So again, as we drop in, let's cultivate the relationship with our guides. Let's cultivate the relationship with the angelic realm, and let's have it be a two-way communication, right? Wonderful. Blessings to you. Thank you so much for
Thank you
coming on.
very much.
Um, All right, Debbie, we have Jen who wrote in. She says, Hi, John and Debbie. My son is almost 3 and he still isn't talking. He's never babbled. He's in speech therapy. Everything else is fine. He just doesn't talk. Is there something I can do to help him more? Is there a reason he doesn't want to talk yet? Any help with this or any other message that you want to give me would be wonderful.
He is so smart. This guy
Mm,
is smart. So nothing's really wrong with his mental facilities. Angels say he's sensory sensitive. So he can't, he's oversensitive, like sensory, feels everything. So he's overwhelmed. He's just
mm.
overwhelmed. But I heard he'll talk once he's not so overwhelmed.
What can she do to help him calibrate with a little more grace and ease?
I'm going to ask right now because what I pick up with him is he might need more exercise that would actually help him focus or get rid of the sensory.
Hmm.
He might not be getting enough exercise prior to learning.
Hmm.
It's
Love
almost,
that.
yeah, he's got to burn it off and then he can focus. But there's sensory overload, maybe possibly gluten-free, because some of these kids that are sensitive, the gluten heightens their sensitivities. It
Hmm.
actually aggravates it.
I've been reading a lot. I've got a 3-year-old grandson, so I get all the posts, and certain things come in that really resonate for me. A sugar detox for all kids
That can
is
do it.
wonderful. Getting them off of sugars, and you get off sugars also because they'll help you. Um, Magnesium for kids, super important. Check with a doctor about that. They find there's a deficiency in a lot of kids who supposedly have ADHD. Once they're supported with magnesium, it's like they're able to focus much better. And Debbie, when you said being out in nature, when you said exercise, and I said, yeah, in nature.
Yes,
It's like
that's
being in the harmonic with nature because nature is going to help us to calibrate to those energies, and she absorbs for us also. And he knows how to work with nature, but maybe just hasn't really had the opportunity to be outdoors. So,
I think that's nature's critical for him. Yes.
yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Debbie, for sharing. All right, y'all, let's continue. Let's go now to Becky. Welcome to the call. Thanks for being here.
Can you hear me?
Yes, hi.
Okay. Hi, Debbie. I had a reading with you a couple of years ago, I think it was, and we discussed my husband's health. He was diagnosed with dementia, and you
Hmm.
said you seen him around clear up to 2027. And I'm just wondering, has anything changed with his health in your eyes, or um, do you see anything with him being around longer or shorter or anything?
Hi, Becky.
Hi.
I hear the same. The timing is the same that I heard.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean, so if I see a time, it doesn't mean that things end there. It just means that that's how far I see.
Okay, I just I have a lot. I have a retreat center, and I can't do it by myself. So I feel like I need to plan. I'm always in my head planning. What am I going to do if something happens with him, and who's going to help me? And I spend a lot of time in my head there, and I just wonder, do you see me moving along just fine without him doing the same thing, or do you see me moving? Because I could just sell everything and move somewhere else if I had to. Though I love the idea of running the retreat center.
Angels are saying you'll get what you want.
Hmm.
I definitely want the retreat center.
Okay, okay, I'm going to help you, Becky, because something I've felt more than ever, and if we talked 2 years ago, I didn't feel it as much as I do now. But if we make up our mind that it's going to be all right, it will.
Hmm.
And that's
It's
kind of what I've been doing. I've been doing the, universe, let let the divine order be done through me by divine time every day. If I start getting overwhelmed or I get in my head too much, I just say, just let the divine order be done through me by divine time. And it just settles my whole nervous system. And that's really the only trick I have right now is getting from stop, thinking about it all the time.
remember, overthinking and fearful thinking is not coming from angels. That means if we're spinning and we're in a lot of fear, thoughts come from angels. But that is the louder thought is the fear and the spinning.
Yeah.
Underneath that is the quiet voice of angels. It's
Yeah.
quiet.
Okay. So just stay out of the fear.
Just know that they're not telling you. That's not heavenly direction, is not all the fear thoughts. You'll get what you want. I bet you've heard that somewhere underneath all that chit chat.
Well, my mom from the other side reminds me all the time that
Ah,
Mm.
she reminds me that it's going to be okay and what I'm thinking is not going to happen. I'm worrying about stuff that's
yeah.
not going to happen. I hear that from her all the time.
Well, then that's the truth. That's the truth.
Okay.
Is that historically true that you worry about a lot of things and it typically doesn't happen?
No, it's just this one because
Ah,
I've put so much into this retreat center, and if I'm by myself, it all just I can't do it. I cannot do it by myself.
that
So
makes
just like
sense.
my whole dream just gets shattered, and it makes me worry about it. And I know with his dementia, he's not going to live forever. It's just the way
Eh,
it is.
Debbie, can we do a clearing on the throat chakra on the call? I feel like there's so many of us that we feel what we want and we know and it's possible, but we're not expressing what we want. We're more expressing what we don't want and more expressing what we don't want to experience in fear.
I agree. I agree. And then the vagus nerve is right there too. Oh, runs right over it. It's
Yeah.
really tight. Archangel Michael, for Becky, please clear and release anything not of the light blocking the throat chakra. Turn it direct. Open her heart. The real block was in the heart. The throat was blocking the heart.
Mm, beautiful.
Okay, that makes sense because I've been told that my heart has got some kind of thing not blocking it, but something strangling it or something.
There's
So
the
that
breath. She did it. I saw it.
All right, Becky, blessings to
okay.
you
Thank you so
and
much,
your
guys.
husband. And again, let's ask for what we want to ask and what's underneath that ask that we really want.
Yes.
Okay. That seems
Underneath.
to be the theme.
It's the thing right now. And every time I've mentioned that, everybody's laughed. So there's so much truth to that. It's like, oh yeah, you caught me. All right, I'll go there. But what a beautiful reminder that it really can be that easy to ask to it's an act of devotion to vocalize what it is that we really want in creation as well. It's one of the first acts because it inspires the field and then we can feel it more. And then we're just not holding it inside. It's got momentum. Um, y'all, it's time as leaders that you are of the heart. Isn't it time that you ask what it is that you want the world to experience through you? So let's put that out there. Let's put it out there strongly. It's not vulnerable. It's like the biggest strength that you have at this moment, and we're here for it.
Yes.
We're here for it now. So put it out there. Do not hold back. All right, let's continue. Jeanette, welcome to the call.
Hi, everybody. Hi, John. Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
That's from Cornville. And
Aw.
I love this conversation tonight because I can feel the anew coming. And
Mm,
I'm really focusing on being in the moment because I also can be in tune with what needs to go at the same time. And I'm also curious, just I love going even deeper and what do I really want? So I'm going to play with that. But if there's any insight or messages from heaven, I'm wide open to hear as well.
So good to see you, Jeanette.
Me too.
Your frequency's very high right now, by the way.
Mm.
Whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
Okay.
And I see around you, I don't know, are you doing art? Are you painting or doing art
I
or
am
something?
liquidating my mom's art estate. She passed a year and a
There
half
a
ago,
lot
so
of
I'm
art?
around a lot of her supplies, glass art. Yeah, I'm around a lot of her artist people that are buying some of her stuff. So
I,
pretty good insight.
I have chills. She's helping you. Someone
Oh,
in
gosh.
heaven is showing you around art or doing art or something art. She's there. She's helping.
I can feel that. That's beautiful.
Is there something huge? One of the pieces? Is it big? Or like is it hard to move or
Some of the glass is big and heavy, and I just sold a really big piece of machinery last weekend, and I felt like she's the person who brought that lady in too. I could feel they knew each other from another state in a class, so it was just divine. Yes.
she's talking about something that was hard to move, something big. So I think she helps big time. You've got her assistance.
I'm blessed by her still. So thank you so much.
Always.
And I'm going to get my package. Everybody, she is the best ever. I'm just saying, I'm getting my package. So thank you, John.
Well, thank you for the plug because let's go into the special offer, y'all. Y'all click on the special offer button underneath the video where you're watching the call live or on replay. You can always find the special offer at beyondtheordinaryshow.com/marketplace as well. You'll find Debbie's picture on there. An opportunity to drop into a session, and there's other um, tools and support that's available on top of the reading as well. So Debbie, let everybody know what they're going to be receiving.
First of all, it's a 45-minute reading. And in that time, sometimes it can feel like 10 minutes. It feels shorter than it is. But you can get a visit from loved ones, information from angels, guidance from angels, all kinds of stuff, past life stuff. I never know what's going to happen. But whoever, whatever guides you need in that moment will show up, or loved ones, and they come in to help too. I always create MP3s that you can only get on BTO. So these are two new ones. And there's one that's a healing guided meditation with Archangel Michael. This one you can listen to it whenever you want and reset. It clears and heals you. You can use it over and over. It's a guided meditation. And I also did I know it's a full moon. We're going into the full moon tonight, which I love that we're doing this call on a full moon. But on the new moon, the last new moon, the angels gave me a melody. So it's in this package. It's for the new moon. And we talked about new beginnings. So guys, when the new moon comes up, so the next new moon, this will be a great tool. It helps activate a new beginning. The frequency is for activation of new beginnings. And it goes in line with what we're talking about tonight. So
Wow, love that. It's the harmonics from the music and the meditations are profound. I'm actually I'm using your blue healing one right now.
oh,
And
cool.
I'm for the last 3 weeks it's been one of my favorite. I've got a track of different things that I use, but that one's really been taking me to such healing and activating places.
Awesome.
And to listen over and over again. And I really create sacred space when I'm interacting with it, and it's been so helpful. And again, I've got like libraries and libraries, 36 seasons, y'all, of BTO. I've got a full library of different tools that I can use, but this one has been so calling me and beneficial for me. And I'm excited about what you're bringing in for the new moon as well, because I feel, again, the newness. It's like inviting something that's sticky, that wants to start building into something new. And again, 45 minutes with you in a session. Y'all can read the testimonials in the chat. I am a huge Debbie fan. I buy a package every time she's on and have my readings. And whether it's my parents showing up, guides, angels, higher self, it's always just like helps me calibrate into what's possible and really bring in more inspiration and energy into what's being created. And sometimes also discerning. It's like, hey, that's not showing up. They're not really showing up for you. The thing isn't going to work for you. And Debbie's just very direct with it. So it's an investment that will pay itself many, many times over as you dive in. So again, I hope you all take advantage of it. Again, the link is in the chat box. The special offer price is $147. There's a 2 payment option on that. So the first half is due now. The next half gets taken out a month later if that's what you choose to go. And again, you get to be with Debbie for 45 minutes and ongoing with the recordings that she's provided. So again, I hope you'll take advantage of that. And Debbie, if you're ready, let's continue some more Q&A.
I'm ready. Let's do
All
it.
right. Lucy, welcome to the call.
Hi, Debbie. Hi, John.
Hi, Lucy.
Hi. I have to say, when you first started at the beginning, everything just resonated. I've been cocooning and I'm doing a cleanse right now of everything that I eat. And I resonated with the lady who was before me with the diet, the change, the grains, everything. So yes, I've been doing all of that. But lately, every night I go to bed, and as I'm falling into deep sleep, I smell a perfume, like a floral perfume, and it's very close to me. It's like, okay, who's here? Why am I smelling this? I'm trying to sleep, not to be awake at this time. And I noticed that the last week I've been waking up at between 3 and 4 in the morning. So I wonder if you have any insights for me. And I'm looking to retire from my job the end of the year. And if you have any, or the angels have any insights on that for me.
First of all, are you dreaming? Are you having this stuff happen, the visit, since you've been detoxing the body and eating healthier? Is it getting stronger, or is this something that always happens?
It started a long time ago, and I did a detox in March. And what has happened is that it's getting stronger and stronger.
Yes. So the healthier you're getting, the more your gifts are waking up. The healthier we get, the more loud our clairaudience will get, the more loud our clairvoyance, or what you're experiencing is clairolifants, which is smell, psychic smell.
Oh, okay.
Does the perfume smell like anyone in heaven?
No.
Okay.
Yes, I've been going back in memory, trying to see. My mom never wears perfume. My dad never had cologne or anything. And I'm trying to remember if it's my grandfather, but he's a natural old person. And I'm trying to remember if it's my step grandmother, and she doesn't wear perfume. So I'm just wondering, who is it that's visiting that has me puzzled?
So cute.
Okay. So it's definitely the woman is very, very dressed up. It's a female that's very dressed up. So this woman would wear makeup and maybe in her youth be more dressed up. What you could do is next time you smell the perfume, Archangel Michael is this person in the light, and see if you continue to smell it or not. That's one way you can tell if a visit or a message is, riffraff, or is it someone that, has a real message. You can try that.
Okay. The other thing too is that sometimes when I'm sitting here meditating, there are souls that come to me and ask for assistance to cross. And I've been, with the help of angels, I've been helping them cross
Awesome.
over to the light.
That is
Good.
awesome.
Beautiful,
Could it-
Lucy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Could it
You may
be-
want to get a session with Debbie to go deeper into
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I will.
It's wonderful that you can do that. And also, you don't have to be the fairy for the souls either. You can say, I'm not willing to do this anymore. So just as a part of discernment, if there's any confusion or not a willingness to continue, say, I'm not doing this anymore, not my job. And you can move forward.
Okay.
But anyway, I recommend that you go deeper with Debbie. There's a few things that she might be able to illuminate for you.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
that,
Lucy.
Debbie.
Blessings to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we got some questions in the chat. I'm going to get to them in a second here, but I want to go first to Denise. Denise, welcome to the call. And y'all, we're going to roll through a lot of these also. So y'all hang on. Y'all be patient with us, or with me anyway. Hi, Denise. Can you unmute your microphone?
I guess it was muted. Hi. Hi,
Hi.
John. Hi, Debbie. Debbie, we spoke 2 years ago in August, and my daughter had a session with you about a month ago.
Oh,
I have
awesome.
Christy is her name. And I have two questions. The main one is about my son. We are estranged. It's over 2.5 years. So as a family, Christy is estranged from her brother, and my husband and I are estranged from Joseph. Now, John, something that you said, you had to be alone at one point in your life. This resonated with me. Is this something that was a contract that we had to do? I can't understand how this is happening so long. Can you shed any light on this? His name is Joseph.
John, you want to answer about the contract or?
No, I think you should answer.
Okay,
Definitely. Because
okay.
it's coming from you. Yeah.
All right. Well, first of all, is Joseph skinny and kind of lanky?
Not at all.
Who is that?
My brother. My brother is Robert. My brother Robert is skinny and lanky.
I keep seeing him.
Interesting.
Does he have communication with Joseph?
No, he stopped communication with all of us. It'll be 3 years in Thanksgiving.
Every time you talk about your son, I see your brother, the skinny guy.
Hmm.
So I don't know if those two will be the first ones to start communicating, if they had any kind of communication before. But
They never had a great communication to begin with. Although my brother loves my son, it has never been that strong.
I'm just wondering if he's the one that brings him back in. That coming in. I don't see him gone forever, but has it been a total of 3 years yet?
Not yet. It'll be Thanksgiving. The day before Thanksgiving, it'll be 3 years.
I think
I
heard he's gone for 3 years. He's back after 3 years. So right after Thanksgiving, you guys might hear from him.
Okay, that would be great. My second question is this: when we dream, speaking about dreams, when we dream of our past loved ones, are they really there? Is that really them?
Yes, it's a real visit. You are getting those are genuine. I have chills. You're getting a real visit when you get a dream like that.
Okay.
You, Denise, blessings to you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah.
Love you guys.
Thank
Bye.
you.
You too. It's wonderful to see you here. Debbie, what's coming in for me clearly also, it's that there's some things in life as I reflect into, it's like, why? Why am I fighting for being right? Why am I fighting to try to be understood? And it brings me into the prayer of St. Francis. Let me not so much seek to be loved than to be loved. Let me see not so much to be forgiven than to be forgiven. Uh,
Yeah.
and in that, it brings me to a very hard truth. And again, I'm getting a lot of direct messages, y'all, but I wanted to share this with y'all. What am I really willing to die for?
Mm.
Am I willing to die for separation from my daughters because we haven't spoken in 2 years because my daughter's going through something, but she's not communicating something, and I'm upset and I'm hurt because she's not communicating, or she did something against me 2 years ago and I'm still holding it and I want her to learn the lesson. It's like after a certain amount of time, it's like, no, what matters most is this connection
Yeah.
and clear, honest communication and love without expectation, but with so much authenticity and integrity. And it's so much easier to fold into that compassion than it is to receive lessons that we're not ready to listen to or really willing to even learn at this point. And so, where do we bridge what's really important? What is it that we're devoted to and why? And then, what's your why underneath the why, since we're following that thread today?
Yes.
And it's so wise.
Mm.
But really, for me, it's like, what's really important? What am I truly devoted to? What's my why behind that? And let me act accordingly in that without fear. Because again, if God's always with me, then nothing can be against me. But it's up to me to walk in that alignment. That's my job. That's my job. Denise,
Great.
thank you for sharing. All right, let's continue. Bonnie, welcome to the call. Hey, Bonnie, would you mind unmuting your microphone, please?
Can you hear me?
We can, yeah, welcome.
Hey, thank you so much.
Mm.
I did have to give a quick testimony about Debbie. I have had a few very satisfying sessions with her. So I was very much drawn to be here tonight. So thank you. Yeah, I have been exactly as you guys have said, isolated really for months. I've been in this strange passage. So much has fallen away. I left a status quo of a long career that I actually hated to move and really just offering myself as the kind of the braiding of the wills. My will is thy will, trying to, because I don't have an underlying goal or real depth of wanting to do something, but I am very much guided to be in this position that I'm in. Quiet, isolated, I'm very action oriented, so it's been difficult, but it's been something that was choiceless. So I guess I'm getting very tired of it. It's months of this, and I feel like I'm ready for action, but I'm wondering if there is my mom passed, about almost a year in August now. So that was a big change. So I'm wondering if there's anything, Debbie, that you pick up about where I am in this strange passage that just seems to go on and on.
I heard you're in the right place. I literally just heard that so loud. Like everything's actually right now.
Mm.
It reminds me of what you were saying, John, when you felt like just kind of in a weird place before you felt relief, like
Mhm.
you're in the right place, Bonnie. Everything is just the way it's supposed to be right now. It means you're kind of getting ready for the next place. Okay, just hold tight.
And I feel that. I do
Yeah.
feel that. I'm just getting very itchy.
I understand that, but do what's clear. If it's not clear, sit tight.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, thank you. Thank you. It's so good to see both of you.
Thank you, Bonnie. Bonnie, I feel you. I'm there with you. And you mentioned relief, Debbie. It's relief only because the valve is turning a little bit, but at least a
Oh,
little relief feels like a lot, right? But I know
got
it's like the whole pressure cooker just wants to like
it.
is ready to blow the lid off, right? So I understand a lot of us are going through that phase. We're feeling it building up, building up,
Yeah.
building up, and we're ready for it to just pop. And I get the same.
Yeah, and leaving the status quo behind feels good.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, way to listen. So congratulations and thanks for sharing. All right, let's continue now. Kim, welcome to the call.
Hey, can you hear me?
We can. Hi.
Great. Thank you so much for taking my call. I wanted to also say that I've had a couple readings with Debbie. So Debbie, thank you. You were fabulous. I can't say enough about the readings. I re-listen to them all the time. So anyway, they were very helpful to me. I have been on a spiritual journey for probably 3.5 years. I feel like I'm a little bit stuck. I do see angel energy and colors, which is pretty amazing, but I don't feel like I get necessarily guidance. And I know, John, you said maybe I'm not expecting guidance, so maybe that's it. So when you said that earlier, it kind of perked me up.
Interesting.
I'm having some health and drama with my mom and my sister, health and addiction dramas. And I wondered if the angels had any guidance for me as a way to help them.
First of all, I love your gift. Thank you for talking about it because I think it's still like it's still teaching. Angels teach you. They teach each of us our own gift. It's like a muscle. So they'll give it to you in little pieces until it makes sense. But it's really hard to get that with people really close to you. That's my experience. Like I don't know if you've seen colors around the loved ones. Have you
No.
seen it? Okay.
No.
Maybe strangers only?
Nope, I see colors at night when I close my eyes.
Okay,
And I
awesome.
feel it and I see
Wow.
it. And sometimes I'm like sleepy, but then I'm wide awake when that starts happening. So
Oh, I love it.
yeah.
Okay, so the first thing I'm hearing is boundaries. So whatever makes sense to you with the bound, it's not like I saw a skunk. That I have to tell you, I saw a skunk. What does a
Okay.
skunk do? It sprays, doesn't hurt anybody, but boy, does it spray. So you're kind of thinking like that, like protect yourself, but not hurting anybody.
Yeah. Okay. So them being a few states away, just stay away.
It's okay.
Okay.
If it feels stressful for you to get over there and not be there all the time, if it feels like extra stressful for you or would compromise you, it's probably not the right move.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah, or if it feels confusing to go. Confusion is sometimes angels' way of saying, hold tight. It's not the right move.
Okay. Well,
Ooh,
that's
can I give you an exercise with the colors?
sure.
Yes.
When they come in at night, I'm not sure if you're trying to see if they are evoking any feelings in you. But see, are they bringing in bliss? Are they bringing in excitement? Are they bringing in a deeper dive into another place? Are they bringing in anxiousness? What are the emotions?
They bring me peace.
Beautiful. So when you feel the first note of peace, I want you to imagine that you're dancing with the colors in peace. So start participating in and feel and notice a pulse, but you're directing. So it's one thing that you're receiving and it's giving you peace.
Mhm.
Interact with it and see if you can give it from your piece of what you're getting and see what you can do to build and see what else it might have to share with you in that way.
Yeah.
Make it a
Okay.
co-creative field in that time, knowing that you can't get it wrong.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
feels like it wants to play with you more.
Yeah. I mean, it's very, when it happens, it's like, I just want to tell the world, look, I want somebody else to see it too. But
And how wonderful that it's showing up just for you. How special that it could reveal itself to so many people, but it chose you.
yeah, thank you.
It
I'm
shows nobody else has to see it.
grateful.
It's only for you. Wow.
Mm.
Amazing. All right, Kim. Wonderful to have you here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you, Kim.
The
Thank you.
skunk. Gotta listen to the
I
skunk.
know. It's
Gotta
gone.
listen. All right, Helen, welcome to the call. Yes, you, Helen.
Hi, John. Hi, Debbie. Thank you for calling on me. Can you hear me?
We
Hi,
can, yeah.
Okay, good. I've had a couple sessions with you, Debbie. And I think you're fabulous. So, just about a half an hour
Mhm.
before the call, I just got this really strong sense that you would have a message for me, an important message for me.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
So I also hear the word mom with
Ah.
you.
Okay.
I hear it here in my heart. So that's from the other side.
Well, she hasn't passed.
Someone is with her.
Okay.
Someone is talking about her. Someone's right with her.
Okay.
But I felt it in the heart with you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, possibly. Do we
Helen, you look confused to me more than it making sense. Uh,
I know.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. That's why.
Yeah, and I think that's great that you said that out loud because that's important. So
Yeah.
we can ask for a follow-up to that.
Okay. Can I have a follow-up?
Yes. Someone in heaven is trying to help you with your mother.
Okay.
And whatever's not whatever you need help with, you're being helped with your mom.
I'm having a challenging time with her.
Yeah, it's in the heart. There's a heart block or a heart, like I feel my heart. I'm empathing. The person in heaven feels it too. They feel your heart around your mom.
Can I ask who this person is? Could it
It's a
be my
female.
stepfather or my father? Oh, you said female?
Female.
My grandmother? Maybe? I don't know.
I think it's her mom. Do you or your mother look like her?
No.
Neither one? Does someone else look like her?
Like my grandmother?
Yeah.
Not really. That's a hard question because I've only known my grandmother as she's been older. And I mean, as different people age, I mean, I could see some of my sister in her at times, but I couldn't say anybody really looks like her.
She says someone looks like her. It might be the sister. It might be your sister. She's helping with your mom. And she says your mom's strong.
Yes.
And that's part of the problem. And so are you.
Yes.
Well, and I'm glad you brought the strong part in, and this is for all of us. And when we tune in and we feel these guides coming to us, and an invitation for you, Helen, come back and listen. how wonderful that there's support coming to us from places that we aren't even imagining is available. And the energy and the essence of that coming in from an ethereal realm while we sleep in our awakened state, helping you, helping your mother, helping us in different ways to relax into so much support that's available to us from places both known and unknown. Or maybe we don't know any places that would support us, but to know that that's more than available. And there's something when we receive these messages that the invitation is really to open to receive rather than get mental. But where does it come from? And why is it coming from there? And what it's like in the why.
Yeah.
And really just when we are guided to these type of calls or to ask in these type of questions in these communities, let's trust ourselves that we showed up in a particular place. And as we receive messages like this, let's open our hearts to surrender to that support, to that trust, that we're not alone, that there's so much available for us, and we don't have to have all the answers, but we're open to receive the answers as they come for us at the right time. Surrender into that. There's so much peace and grace that they want to give us. If only you were willing to say yes. Yeah. So blessings to you, Helen, and your mom. Hopefully you'll get a session with Debbie also. You'll be able to go
Oh, I
deep.
probably will.
Amazing. All right.
Thank you.
Blessings
Thank
to you.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Debbie.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, don't you think, Debbie, you do these all day long every day, and it's our guides and the angelics want to give us so much, and we're the ones putting the kink in the hose.
You know, I think angels will go underneath, like we talked about. What do you think you want to ask? They'll go to the underneath, maybe what the soul's trying to ask. So, yeah, that was probably a deeper one.
I was feeling that. Yeah, it's pretty deep.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, let's continue. Laura, let's go to you. Welcome.
Me, Laura, this time?
Hi.
Hi, John. Hi, Debbie. Sorry about earlier. Thank you so much, both of you, for being here. Debbie, I'm having surgery on the 21st to have a spine stimulator implanted in my back that is hopefully going to get rid of a lot of the back pain. I also know that back pain has to do with repressed emotions, though, so I'm also working on that with my therapist. I guess I just wanted to make sure that that the surgery is a good idea, and then if you can quickly answer the next one, or what the angels say is, how can I help my local immigrants, neighbors who are being taken by ICE, who are afraid of being taken by ICE?
First of all, I heard it's going to work. So whatever procedure you're doing will work. That feels for you, feels like it's going to work. How can you help your neighbors? I just heard just be kind. They need kindness right now. Be kind.
I'm doing that. I want to do more.
You already are. I already see that, but that's all. I mean, that they'll never forget it.
Beautiful.
Get it.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Laura, blessings. Good to see you.
Thank you.
All right, Stacy, welcome to the call.
Good evening. Such a deep call today. I'm getting so much healing and ahas from everyone, and it's just amazing. And I'm gonna have to watch it probably 3 times to do all my homework on me from everything that's been woken up. My question today, I've been navigating a divorce for 5 years. It picks up, sputters out, picks up, sputters out. And it's picked up again. So it's always a roller coaster of emotions. But is there something, can the angels give me some insight on how to move beyond that? Like, I just would like it to end and us both to be mutual, happy, but it's a financial thing, and he has it, I don't, and doesn't want to share.
Is there a house that's is there a house that's blocking the whole thing?
Oh no, we have a big business, and
Okay, it seems like there's one thing that's holding the whole thing up. Is is there business? Is it like an office building, commercial?
we have a business and a shop, and it's just he doesn't want to give me any part of it, and so
What's holding it up?
it just comes down to greed, unfortunately. But I'm just wondering if there's something I can do. Like, I've done all the clearing work and energy work and healing and forgiving and all of that, and I'm just
Is your attorney salt and pepper hair?
nope, she's a redhead.
Get the new attorney. You don't have the right attorney.
I was thinking that she unfortunately has been ill, and that's been a delay for the last 6 months.
You need an attorney.
Oh,
I saw a bulldog take care of you. You need like a bulldog. Salt and pepper hair.
Debbie, can you check this for me? But I get that the law's on Stacy's side. I keep hearing that the law's on her side.
I feel you're right, and I feel like there's been like a lot of things overlooked by the attorney, and probably because of her health. So I highly suggest another attorney that's just ready to fight for you, because I feel like you win. There's no reason there's no reason you shouldn't win.
no, I know. I just wanted to be fair and equal. I'm not out for more than that. I just nothing gets by me either. I'm a pretty sharp cookie, so
All right, I like it. Well, you might have to get a little feisty. I don't know.
I know I'm gonna win because
Yeah.
he can keep on hiding and I just keep on finding. So it's just a cat mouse game, right? But no, I just thought there was something else there, that why it's just when you put everything into divine timing, like it's been 5 years. And when you ask that question, what do you really want? And underneath that, me ending this is my freedom from all of it. And that's what I really want.
Yeah, it sounds stressful too, just the being in it. Well, sometimes I'll get energy block. I don't get one. I get new attorney. I mean, it's that.
It's direct. I mean,
Yeah. I don't
No,
get it.
it's pretty straightforward.
I was considering that last week because I don't think she has it in her. I think it's autoimmune something, and I just don't think she has even that energy to go through with the battle. And I can thank you. Thank you very much. And I will listen again in another session with you, Debbie. That was beautiful. Thank you. And blessings to all, and prayers to
Thank you, Stacy.
the United States with the floods.
Thank you, Stacy. Blessings to you. Okay, let's continue now. Let's go to Marcia. Hi, Marcia. Marcia, are you there? I'll have to ask you to unmute your microphone. There you go. Hi.
Am I there now?
You are.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. So I've been a fan for both of you for years, and I've had sessions with you before, Debbie, my sister and my cousin and I. Today, my questions are regarding, I have had an inordinate amount of female betrayal in my life, and it also sometimes affects or blocks my abundance. And so abundance has been very challenging since I left corporate America 25 years ago. And it seems like every time I get on a roll where I'm starting to get new clients and things going great, something happens or a wrench gets thrown in somewhere. So I don't know. And I'm blindsided by it usually.
So thank you, Marcia, for being here. And so you're coordinating the financial with betrayal.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's happened in situations of where I've earned money, so it's a little bit of both. I mean, it's not always financial, but I mean, I've lost everything 3 times in my life, so I just, I mean, I should be being retired, but I'm not because I'm still trying to survive.
So I want to know if it's okay if I ask Archangel Michael to clear a past life.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Please.
Because you have like a past life pattern that's going on. And if we get rid of it, it'll stop the repetition. Okay.
Yeah, I wondered if I had some kind of a block or something.
Past life. Do you have a family member female who's also betrayed?
Yeah.
Okay. That same person was in the past life.
My sister and I have been in many past lives together.
Yeah. She's also not good. So there's a problem this lifetime too.
Yeah, insisted on coming into this lifetime to follow me, so we could be together again. So I don't know. And she's had much betrayal on her.
Okay. All right.
And
So it'll help whoever was in the life. I pick up your sister was. So Archangel Michael for Marcia and anyone else connected to this past life I'm seeing, please clear it now. Take it to the light. Remove anything that does not serve her in the current life. Keep anything she still needs now.
And then I would just love for my clairs to be more open.
This was in chakra 3. Past life was in chakra 3, which is your ability to make decisions. So I just don't think you're going to be blocked anymore. There's no more confusion.
Just the fact that I don't want to make decisions.
No confusion about people. Like you might look past things, or you're not going to be confused by people anymore.
Yeah, I just don't understand the betrayals or the distances and why. I mean, sometimes it's manipulative stuff even. And it's not even from necessarily from close people. It's like I have this thing hanging over my head.
Not anymore. You're going to see it a mile away. Watch.
Well, I see it, but what do I do about it?
Marcia, I would invite you. Well, if you want to go deeper with Debbie, definitely get a session because there's some resistance coming in. But what if the past truly is the past?
Oh yeah.
And
Okay.
as we started the call, and Debbie's been very clear, our capacity to create anew is so profound right now.
Okay, I missed the beginning of the call. So
well, come back and listen. Come back and listen. And
I will.
And what I was sharing is, what are you going to be devoted to? Are you going to be devoted to the new, or are you going to be devoted to the past? Because you really get to choose.
Oh no, I'm devoted to the new.
There you go. So come back and listen to the replay. Take this information and say thank you, and I'm moving forward. Going back to the past and making sense of it, you don't have to make sense of it because it's not going to resonate with you anymore.
Oh, no.
So I think you're good, love.
No, but the only one thing of making sense was the repetition. In terms of the reasoning, it doesn't matter.
Amazing. So let's start repeating the good things.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Let's
focus on repeating the good things.
Both.
All right, Marcia. Thank you so much.
You guys are amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcia.
Thank you.
Debbie, you had dropped in some impressive nuggets today.
Yeah.
Really. And they're really just so relevant to help us move forward in this new way. Again, we've talked in the show, a lot of people who tune in to different show and different episodes about how we're creating new. And in the past year, it's like we're in the new, but we don't know what that looks like yet. And it creates some confusion or even impatience, and that some of that's come up. And if we're creating in the new, because it's not familiar, there's there's a push-pull energy, and here you are just at the right moments as I feel things really starting to pick up and moving forward. Here you are saying it's time. It's like we have an opportunity to create something completely brand new.
Yep.
And I love that you approach it from our personal lives. When you talk about it, it's about each of us as individuals. But the implications of that is that we're creating a new world with that as well.
True.
And
Yeah.
so the circuitry that's running through us and what's possible, it's extraordinary. And to have the inspiration, the tools, the messages, and those things that put us into action taken towards those things that we really do want to create are just, they're so invaluable right now because they are the breadcrumbs on the map or on the pathway that are guiding us to those places where we really want to be. So my long way of saying thank you for sharing what you shared today and what you share always, for showing up, for the messages that you always share with us and bring through so graciously. And it's always wonderful to be here with you, Debbie. Thank you again for all the time and all the readings we did today. My goodness, I think this is a record for BTO.
This was awesome call, John. Thank you so much. And I loved everything. I feel like there was this magical, perfect flow that helped each question today. It was interesting and really cool. Very angelic.
Yeah,
Thank
super
you.
cool. Y'all amazing. Y'all
Yeah.
go deeper with Debbie. Get your 45 minutes in, get the recordings with the transmissions and the meditations that are there for you. The special offer, again, it's in the chat box. The link is also right underneath the video where you're watching. If you're on YouTube, you can also find the link in the comments section as well. And thank all of y'all for being on today. Thank y'all, all of y'all who are listening to the replay. Bowing down to each and every one of you in namaste. And I look forward to seeing you on the next call. Debbie, I look forward to seeing you in my session. Maybe sooner.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you for
Bye,
everything.
John. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.